we go. Welcome back, everybody. So today we're going to do something a little different. I haven't done anything like this before, but we get into this lull of just like 2 weeks with no boxes. Nothing's coming. So I figured today I'm going to show you guys what palettes I have. Pretty self-explanatory, I guess, with whatever I put in the title. So I started on this whole makeup thing like 2 years ago. So over the past 2 years, I have amassed, I think, a pretty good collection. I definitely have YouTubers that I followed that have masses and masses amount of palettes. So I have a few, fair few. So let's just get into this. So I'm kind of angled differently today because I have both of my desk drawers pulled out. So I can just show you and go in. So yeah, that way. Anyway, so this is the one that was on top. This is the Tarte Make Believe in Yourself Unicorn palette. I love this palette. Okay, the highlighter is crap. I don't like it. It's chalky and patchy, and I just don't like it. I have other highlighters that are way better, but these shades are gorgeous. Every single one of them. They're pigmented and they foil beautifully and they're just gorgeous. I just love them. I have on, what do I have on today? I have on this one right here. This all over. See, look how shiny and beautiful that is. And then I just took this purple and I just I did like a mini halo eye. So I have like a little bit of the purple and then I blended it up a little bit just so, I don't know, I just love it. Like you can see how big of a dent I have in that purple. That purple is just aces. So I love that palette. Here's the next one I have. It looks so dirty, but I hardly ever use it. This was my first really big palette purchase. It was like 60 bucks or something like that, wasn't it? I like it. I still haven't worked with it a whole lot. But I love like these shades right here. And these have that same consistency in this palette. These foiled ones right here. So it's a good palette. Like I said, I just haven't gotten into it as much. There's only so many crazy eyes I can do at work because we don't really have a dress code per se. Basically, we have to wear a work shirt and no jeans, so whatever pants, or business casual. So I hate wearing a branded shirt. I hate it. I hate it. So I usually just do business casual, but it has to look classy and tasteful. And this is about as wild as I get. So anyway. This is the Make Magic Happen, also from Tarte. I adore Tarte. Like, their colors seem to work very well on me. I like their consistency of their shadows. I just like them. This isn't the most highly pigmented. I think I did a Get Ready With Me with this one. It's not the most highly pigmented palette that I have, but it does well for like an everyday whatever. I really like this one. Does well on like as a base for me, and I just pull out, you know, it's a good just neutral palette. I have a bunch of these little ones from Tarte. I think they found a niche in there that, oh, people don't want to pay $50 for a palette, but they'll pay, because I think this one was like $28, but then they had like the friends and family discount, which is why I got this. So people will pay $30 for a good size palette of colors that they're going to use. This one I just got in Boxycharm, but it's from Tarte. I was pretty excited. I haven't really dug into it a whole lot. I've used some of these shades down here, and I did this one, these two one day. But it's very consistent with whatever they have. This is the Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2. I need to remember to tell you guys what I'm doing. This one I'm giving away in my giveaway video, and I'll link it. And I'll put it up in the cards too, if I remember. Sometimes I forget. This is the Tarte in Bloom palette. This was also one of my first, like, palette as I got into this. Look at that. Oh, these three. And then I've just now, as I've gotten more confident in my blending abilities, I've been able to pull, like, Rocker and Firecracker and, like, been a little bit more daring with the blending stuff, because it's still scary. It's scary. And also, you don't want to mess up your whole face and have to start all over again. That's the worst. Here's another Tarte Sex Kitten palette. This one is okay. The colors definitely look more pink on the packaging and online than they actually came, but these two, Feline and Cunning, are two very, very pretty shades. And the highlighter's okay. I usually, these little highlighters, I don't know. They just seem really patchy and kind of chalky. I don't know what the transition between like a regular highlighter, because I have a highlighter that I love from Tarte, and it's amazing, and I don't know why it's hard to go from something like this size, and this is just a sample one, from this size to like a palette, and it just, the consistency is a little off. Anyway, I digress as always. These two are on the top, so I guess I'll use them. I have makeup all over. Look at that. I'm pretty sure that's setting powder. This is just a Z palette that I use, the one that I want to share with you. These are just a few that I've gotten over time. Like, this is like that Urban Decay Fireball that I think everybody got in some kind of sample, whatever. But my favorite is this one. Can you see that? Look at how it's terrible. But I have a new one. That eyeshadow is this one. I bought another one because I love that one so much. So I'll show it to you. Even though it's not technically a palette, it is one of my favorite eyeshadow shades. This is from Tarte, of course. And it's Tarte's Metallic Shadow in Poker Face. And that's what it looks like, all brand new and shiny and everything. I love it. I love that silvery purple eye. I think it looks really well with my skin tone. It makes my eyes look even more green than usual. So I got one as a free whatever from, I think it was Ulta. It was one of those like, oh, order $30 of Tarte stuff and then you get this shadow. I was like, hey, sweet, click. But that's how much I've dug out of it. It's beautiful foiled. It's just a gorgeous, gorgeous shade. So, and all these other ones, I think, okay, so that one's Fireball. I have no idea what that one is. These are Makeup Geek that we got in a Boxycharm. And that is, I think that's the Hula Bronzer. Maybe? I like my Too Faced one. So, anyway, so that's also Single Shadows. That's my own little palette. I have another one like that right here. My Urban Decay one. These are usually the shades that I use. I packed this to go somewhere, and it was just easy because I can do two separate looks with this one palette. This is Lace. This is my favorite transition. Oh my gosh. In the crease for a transition. There we go. Lace from Urban Decay is my favorite one. Moving on. I got this on sale. It's pretty. This pink spoke to me. I needed this palette for this color. So I use it every once in a while. Sometimes I'll be like, oh, I haven't used that in a while, and I'll pull it out. And you can get a couple good eye looks. There's good base colors, there's good transition colors and lid colors and all that. So it's good. I don't even know if you can get it anymore. I will try to link everything below if I remember to. I might post it and then add it as I am going through everything. This was my first impulse buy. Ooh, I'm a Rouge member and I get first access, so I bought it. I did a mini review swatch video on this. I think it's a good little palette. I do. They are teeny shadows. They're so small. But I loved, as you see, as I've dug into this purple color. What color is that? Oh, goodness. Sugared raisin? I don't even know. Yeah, sugared raisin. I dug into that one. And this pink one, too. I got in there. I might pull this out again to work with it a little bit more. This base color was great. It's just a good little whatever. But it was my first like, I'm a VIB Rouge. I need to buy that too. It made me feel special. And that's why they do stuff like that. I have heard the last couple days that they're getting rid of this palette. I bought it on sale. If you bought it off sale in the past 2 years, I'd say you probably got ripped off because it goes on sale all the time at Ulta. And it's a good... I like it. What do I use? If I'm going like, oh, I'm going to do a gray eye or a gray smoky eye, I will pick this one up. And these two, especially this one that has like the shimmer in it, I really do like. So, oh, you can see everything in the mirror. It's a good little palette. I hate double-ended brushes, so not a big fan of those. I don't even know where the double-ended brush of this one is. It's probably in a drawer somewhere, but I never use them because I store my brushes like upright, and you can't do that with a double-ended brush, or you'll squish one of the sides. This is another Boxycharm palette. I am pretty sure that I may have just swatched this. I don't think I've ever used it. It's okay. I don't really do like a lot of neutral brown eyes. I really don't. If I do something really neutral, I'll just put something in my crease and put mascara on. I don't do like a brown eye ever. Here's another one from Boxycharm. This is the Blinc one. I love this color. I haven't really worked with it a whole lot, but this is a really gorgeous like shadow palette. Let's see. I have not used this at all. This came in a set from QVC, and it had like a mascara and the foundation and an eyeliner, and it had like everything with it. So I was like, oh, that's a good deal. It was like $60. But I still have the plastic on it. I have not used it. These colors, like I said, I just have not. I'm not a big neutrally brown eye. Maybe over the winter I will, or maybe during the fall I'll be like, oh, a brown smoky eye will be fantastic. Like even today, like look at my shirt. Like I could have done a brown smoky whatever, but I did my foiled gold and everything. So I'm gonna keep the plastic on that because who knows, one day I might want to sell that. I don't know. Lorac Nude Necessities. This was one of the, again, like one of the first ones I used. They all look exactly the same. It's not just the light. Like there's very little color variation because it is a nude palette. I might actually put this on the top of my drawer so I remember to grab it because these are really good base colors for me. So it's a good little palette. It's just been a while. It's been kind of buried in my stuff. This is another Boxycharm palette. If you are looking to get into makeup and don't have a ton of money to spend, but you really don't care about having like a full look, but you're looking like in 6 months, I'd like to have a pretty good collection. Check out Boxycharm. I can put my link down below. Don't feel like you need to use it or have to use it or whatever, but they put together so many. I've gotten so many good palettes. They just have a good base for people who are getting started in makeup, and maybe in 6 months I will feel like, oh, another palette. It's a tough, that's really tough to say when you dig makeup, but and it's only $21 a month, and like this month there's another palette coming, so if you're thinking about it, there's a palette coming for September. So yeah, so Studio Makeup on the Go. This is another palette. I love this palette. I loved it. This color reminded me of that Poker Face from Tarte. So I'm glad that I found it. But yeah, this, and I love that color as a base. It was like the perfect eye color, like to just base everything on. But this was a good palette too. I don't even know if you can buy. This said this was a $50 palette. Now, I mean, come on, that's not a $50 palette, but like 25, yeah, that's a pretty good price. Let's see. I'm gonna open this up, but oh, I might not even have anything in here. Okay, I use this little tin from the Cabral brow thing for all of my Colorpop eyeshadows. So if you want to start getting into like higher end stuff that is cheap, the Colorpop is a really good brand, and their shadows are only $5 or $6 a piece. I have a few. They are cream shadows. I find that their products are best if you put them on your finger and then like press them onto your lid, but they're really good. So I keep all of that stuff together. I used them one day, that's why they were out of it. Oh, Jeffree Star, man, he knows makeup. I did a Get Ready With Me this one too. Oh, the pans are huge. I've been using these a lot, and you can't even hardly tell. They're so pigmented. The pans are humongous. If it ever goes on sale, I don't know if I would spend $45 on this palette just because I don't use it every single day. But I got it for $23 over Memorial Day, and it's been worth every single penny. I love it. I love it, love it, love it. My black looks a little... The white is getting into the back. Putting those two together probably wasn't the best idea. You'd think, like, put the white up here and the black down there. Anyway. What do I know? I'm just a chick who likes makeup. I love her so much. If you haven't checked out her channel, she's so funny and just such a bright light in this world. This palette is a hot mess because I do love it. This color right here called Haunting, it works beautifully with that lace from Urban Decay to deepen the crease, and I just love it so much. The highlighter, if you want a blingy highlighter, hold on, I'll show you. Look at that. It's so shiny. And even my husband, sometimes he's like, you got a lot of highlight on. I know, I just needed a little bit of something. This might still be available on the Tarte website, but I'm really not sure. It was limited edition, then it came back just for like a smidgen of time. And then Bunny said that that it was going away and it wasn't going to come back. So I grabbed another lippy of that same collection because her Texas Toast lippy is life. I love that lipstick so much. It's my favorite. Here's another Lorac palette. And I really haven't dug into this one so much either. It's just one of those that I just don't seem to reach for. I think it's one of those that's like, it's a good palette, but I don't think I could do one look with it with the way that I prefer to do my makeup. Like, there's not really good crease color. I don't know. It's a good palette, and the pan size are big. Like, that's how big the pan sizes are. So it's a good palette. This is the Lorac Unzipped. Yeah. Lorac Unzipped palette. And I'm getting down to it, y'all. I just got the ones that just kind of got buried and haven't seen the light of day in a while. This is not really an eyeshadow palette, but it is in my palette drawer. This is a contour and highlighting palette from Tarte. Should be just like, Jamie loves Tarte. Double Duty Beauty. I think they had this online and it was on sale, or I had a coupon or something. I really like it. It's a little bit of a lighter contour, but if I'm doing like a full face of makeup, I will contour and then bronze on top of it. So it's good. Oops. I almost had a palette fall over here. This is one of my first. This is from Paula's Choice. So Paula's Choice has makeup too, if you ever want to go check them out. This was the first like really blush highlighty palette that I had. And I just have more that I prefer. But they are really pretty, like really pretty natural looking shades. See there? It's just like a nice neutral highlight. And the blushes are pretty good too. It's good quality. I have expanded and found stuff I like better. This is Urban Decay Shadow Box. I'm sure you can get this. This is like 20 bucks. These are tiny as well. I love this Bordello shade. I actually have it in one of these big ones because I liked it so much. This is another one I probably should go back through and pull out and use and stuff. This is a good thing for me. You guys are helping me so much. I'm rediscovering all the stuff that I haven't used in a while. And this is one of the first palettes I got from Boxycharm. And they say it is a dupe for the Naked. I may have actually done a video on this one. Maybe it wasn't the first. I can't remember. Anyway, that it's a dupe for the Naked 3 palette. I don't know if it is because I don't have any other Naked palettes, but this is a really nice light. They're not very pigmented. You have to kind of dig into these shadows. They're a little patchy, but they're very pretty. So I have used this one if it's just like I'm looking for a lighter look or whatever, but the colors all kind of blend together. And it's pretty, but it's not something I use all the time. And you see the brush is still in there because I don't use double-ended brushes. Let's see. I got 2 little things. I got a brow palette. This is from Boxycharm too. Haven't used it at all. And then Naked Cosmetics. I haven't used this one either. Maybe once it gets into fall. See, now this one looks like the Electric Eyes one from Blinc. See, then I have too many of the same kind. But you know what? That orange might be good for a fall something. Halloween. Ooh, maybe we'll do a Halloween eye. And this is what started it all. Let me put some of my stuff back so I don't have an accident again. So in some of my Get Ready With Me's, I've talked about wanting to get into makeup, trying to figure out what was wrong, not what was wrong with my face, but why I was still breaking out at the age of 30 plus. And so that really started my journey into makeup. So the first palette I bought, and because I had usually just gone to the grocery store and picked up whatever was on sale, you know, like from Almay or from Maybelline or, you know, stuff like that. And I really didn't, I was like, oh, that looks great. And you get 3 colors for what, like $9? And now these aren't fitting back into my drawer. It looks a little full now. Out there, you know, I might have my husband do it. He's really good with Legos and Tetris and stuff, so he might have to reconfigure my drawer. So this was the first palette that I ever bought that was an actual palette that wasn't just like a 3-shader eyeshadow from CoverGirl. So the Lorac Pro palette, bought it at Kohl's, and it came with a little eyeshadow primer, which I love. The Lorac behind the scenes eye primer is amazing, and I'm angry because I'm trying to get through my stuff, and I'm not using it right now because I'm trying to get through my stuff. So I think this is a wonderful, wonderful beginner palette. There is nothing in here. That's why it's glinting so bad. Look at that. I use this, it's in the shade Nude. And I used it. It was my base shade. That's why there's nothing in there. But I used it. I used this a lot while I was still learning and teaching myself how to do everything. So this says a little tender place in my heart because it's a really good beginner learner's palette while you're still learning. It has pretty much everything that you need. It got, you know, it goes blues and you got your golds and there's some pinks you can't see because I used them all. But it's a good learning palette to do. So that is it. That is my palette collection. There are definitely a few palettes that are out there that I want, but I'm going, ooh, do I really need them? Maybe. I've given my husband a couple things because the holiday stuff is starting to leak out and all that. And Tarte has one that's the holiday one from Tarte, has a ton of shadows, a couple lippies, a mascara, and a blush, or a couple blushes and a contour or something. But it's gorgeous. The packaging is gorgeous and I love Tarte so much. Too Faced also has a collab that's coming out that the colors are just speaking to my soul that I might need. Maybe Sephora and Ulta gift cards are on my Christmas list this year. So I can get the stuff that I want. I enjoy my makeup collection and what I've built up. So if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so I know. Maybe we can go through all of my stuff. The eyeliner video would probably be really easy to be like, oh, look, all these black eyeliners. Just kidding. I have more than that. I don't know. Let me know if you found this interesting or if you're just curious to know what just a normal gal has in her collection. There you go. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Giveaway is still going on. I extended it. And also I added a couple, like, it's for the continental United States. And I did extend it so we have a full month. So so everybody can get their entry in. So I'll link everything if I remember, or if I can get everything to it as I am going through all the downloading stuff. So have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys next time. Bye.